Hello everyone, this is Designs by Tasha Lay. I'm down here in the craft room today. I'm going to show you how to dry flowers. Safety first. You always want to put your gloves and you want to have a mask on because you don't want to breathe these flowers things. You can dry flowers several different ways. I like to use silica, and this is what the silica looks like. It comes in a bag and you get multiple uses out of it. That's what it looks like. So you can see what it looks like. So what I'd like to do is, you can use silica to dry the flowers. You can use regular table salt to dry the flowers. You can even use Epsom salt to dry the flowers. Uh, I went to the dollar store and I got this cute little trays here. Because when you put it in here, you have to pour everything out. Sometimes you can break your flowers. So these trays is big enough. So I can put one set of flowers down here, and then I'll cover that, and then I'll put this over top of that, and then I'll put the other flowers, and then that way I know I can just pull them out. So here's the flowers that I'm going to be. Aren't they pretty? Andre picked these up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dry them in the stems. So what I like to start off with, I take a scoop of the silica. So you can see what it looks like. Oh, let me put my mask up. I'm telling y'all, don't you breathe the fumes with my mask up. It's no fumes, but you know, you don't want to breathe in these particles. So what I do is I coat the bottom. So I coat the bottom. And if you have regular shears, scissors, or whatever like that, you can use those to cut your flowers. These are very pretty flowers. It's like a purple. This is a purple. And then it looks like this. This kind of looks almost like suede-like. So I'm going to be using those probably in the jewelry or something. So I usually cut the whole stem. I'm not going to cut individual little flowers because when you do that, I notice when I do that, I can't say everybody, but I notice when I do that, it they break up too much. So you're just laying them in there. Now, depending upon what flowers you have, like roses take a little bit longer. And sometimes you can dry them and then they'll get messed up because you put them in and you put them in too long. So, but I noticed these type of flowers do pretty good. Oh, I might just only need one then. Oh, so this might do good with just one. Now you don't want to pile them on top of each other. I mean, some people do, but I don't really like to do that because I like to make sure that each flower can get covered. And I'm also going to dry out this root and this branch as well. Okay, so for me, that's going to be my first. I'm going to cover that up. I usually just take the bag, pour it over. You want to cover it up till all the flowers is covered. So all my flowers and my stems. And you can push it down in there, move it around. So you can get to make sure that's all covered up. Make sure you got them all covered up so they can all dry out. Now I usually let the flowers dry out for 7 days. And then I'll take them out in 7 days. put this one over top of this one. Once again, put a little bit at the bottom. Put some more at the bottom. Now I'm going to cut the rest of the flowers and the stems. I want to show you what I did with some of the other flowers that I found outside in the street. Free products is free products. You get them out in the street and then they're free. You see somebody got a beautiful lawn and you go ask them, can you have one or two of their flowers? They'll give you a flower. And like I said, I'll come back and check this in 7 days. And I can use these tree bark branches. They'll go nice in a project. Just break it. Just lay them in here. Then what I'm going to do is cover up these ones. And like I said, this silica, you can reuse it 1,000 times. Because as long as the little beads inside are green, it's still working. And then once it dries out and it turns different color, orange I think it is, then you just put it back in the microwave until they come back green again, and then you keep using it. And be careful so I don't knock the whole bag on the floor. Only put enough to cover. See, in this way it'd be easier for me to take out because I have one bin of flowers there and I have one bin of flowers. I have flowers underneath, so I don't have to worry too much about trying to find my flowers. Then you know, trying to be as careful as you can to not destroy them, but then sometimes you can pull it out or you scooping it out. Usually I use a lid to a pot and just pour it out in there. Here's my lid. Then just put the lid on top of it. Put it away for 7 days. So I will mark in my phone, or I'll make a little note here, take out flowers in 7 days. Put all this stuff away. So I will set these aside. Try not, once you put it in, try not to handle it too much because your flowers can move. So I'll put that right over here under the desk, under the table, so that way I'll make my little note. Check flowers in 7 days. I'll put this away. All right. So let me show you some flowers that I dried out previously. So like I said, it doesn't matter the size of the flower. You can dry it out. Isn't this beautiful? I still have some silica on here. I have to brush it off. But I dried this flower. So I'm going to make something out of that, or maybe crush it up and put it in the art. And this is how big the flower was before I dried it out. So I did those. I might make a necklace or earring out of it, covered in some resin. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with it. But I did those. I have some roses hanging upside down. Like I said, sometimes the silica, sometimes the silica and the roses, I don't know, sometimes I might be leaving it in too long. Sometimes the roses act well, sometimes they don't. And these are some more of the flowers that I dried out. I just have to brush them off. Just brush that silica off when I'm ready. And here's a pretty yellow rose. And this one came out really nice. I dried that out really nice. And whenever you go to put something in resin that's like a flower or anything like that, you want to coat it. You want to seal it so that way you don't get the bubbles and all of that stuff if you put it in resin. And if you're just going to make a regular jewelry. I think I have one here. Yep, I have another one here. So beautiful that is. Yeah. So you can do flowers. So if you're ever outside and you see some flowers, ask them, can you have them? So when I was doing my resin, I had some extra resin. So I have some really pretty, I made some crosses in my cross mold. Let me show you. They're clear because, you never, sometimes you just need a clear piece of jewelry. So we have this one. And I'm going to put a chain to it. We have this one. And we have this one. And we have this one. This one. That one. So all of these are pendants. So, and I'm going to put like a really cool chain on it. Or a cord. I like that one. But sometimes you just want a clear piece of jewelry. I'm just wearing a clear piece of jewelry. So I have like these color cords. I have pink. There are a lot of them actually. Pink. They're all different colors. So I'll put the jump ring on here. And then once I put the jump ring on here, then I'm going to put it on a cord. Let's give you an idea. Put it on a cord. So I'm just going to take a jump ring here. A jump ring here. Jump ring. Long nose pliers. Just going to open it up. Take one of the crosses. Put it through the hole. Cross that I had that already had the hole open. That one I gotta open more. This one's open. Let's put it in there. And just put that in there like that. Then I'm gonna just close it up to where they line up. You see, just close. When you see the two lines meet up, it's closed up. Sometimes they make a little click when they're closed. And then most of the time you have to just work with it. Don't squeeze it. Just rotate it back and forth until it closes. I always have to have my magnifying glasses, that way I can make sure that everything is closed. Okay, close close it up a little bit more because it's not even. So I'm just showing you how to do this. I'm not, today I'm going to be focusing on latch and hook. So you would just put that like that. So it's closed up. Come on, Jorian. So it's closed up like that. Then you're just going to put your cord of your choice in. Go there like that. Just put your cord in. And this is how they will look. And see how that looks? It's like so pretty, right? So I made some crosses, and that's how they're going to look on the. They're all different ones. So we have that one. And I made them clear because sometimes, like I said, you just want a clear piece of jewelry on the cord. You figure out what color cord you want. Plain cross. Because sometimes you just want something plain. You know, you're wearing so many colors. If you like me, I like a lot of colors. So sometimes you just want a plain. And that's it. That's that. So that's my other project to work on. But I'm going to go back and finish the latch and hook so I can show you how to finish, how that looks when it's finished. And I'll post that video. But I just wanted to show you how to do the flowers. And before I forget, I'm going to make my note to take them out 7 days from today. Have a great one.